Finally got my package in the mail from XoticPC. Gonna open her up and show you what's in there. And just to show you, it was nice and double packaged. There's the actual box it was inside of that box. So a little extra protection. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand or not, but we will see. Oh, probably not because of the way it's set up in there. But we'll get this out. Alright, so inside the second box we got the laptop here. Comes in a plastic. And then a nice felt to keep it from getting scratched and fingerprints. Of course I can't get this one off as easy as the other one. There we go. And there's that finish on the actual GT70s. This is like a brushed aluminum. It's actually a hard plastic on here, but it looks almost identical. So that's pretty cool. See if we can get her to open here. Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought. I'm guessing the screen on my old one isn't as big as I expected. But here you have it. Protection on the edges of the screen there. And of course on here, I'm one of those people, I can't stand people who leave these on. I've been working on people's computers before that they've had for like a year and still has these little protective things on there. It drives me nuts. I just want to peel them off. So there we go. So that's that. I'm going to open up the other box underneath here, which is all the wires and things, get her powered up, and show you. There we go. Got everything all hooked up here. Have to turn around for the first time. Now I don't have an operating system pre-installed, so it's probably not going to let me get very far. But I don't know if you can tell with the glare, the actual yeah, it's really hard to tell, but this actual panel here lights up, and around the speakers light up. Now on the actual GT70 you can adjust the colors of those and the keyboard. On this version, since it was made custom, it only came in the blue, and they're just yelling at me. So I need to get Windows up and installed on here, but so far impressed with everything. The handguard down here, when I called and actually talked to them, they said that this was going to be different than the GT70. This is what the core of this thing is based on. And they told me this was going to be plastic, but it's actually aluminum, like the original, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. Anyway, I will get an OS thrown on here, and we'll run some benchmarks and see how she runs. Alright, tried to get it as dark as I could in here to show you this. I got everything all loaded up now. So, here you can see the illuminated keyboard. Like I was saying earlier, this is the customized model, so it only comes in the blue. And you can see the light on the touchpad there. The real GT70 came with a Steel Series keyboard where each little section could be customized in different colors. And the speakers up here as well. This is going to actually take a little bit longer to boot up than you would expect because I tried to save a few bucks and didn't put in the solid state drive yet. Oh, that's bright. So that is something I'm going to be adding here soon. And that'll speed up the boot up times considerably. But as you can see, even there, it's not too bad. Doesn't want to focus though. So far, I'm pretty happy with everything. Ran a bunch of benchmarks, installing some more stuff now. I'll post up the screenshots of the benchmarks, and the real test comes after I get some games installed on there and try it out. But anyway, I'm happy with it so far. It's been working great. The one thing, I used it during the benchmarks just because it's there. That's what it's there for. I don't know if you can see. It's not going to focus for me. Up along the top here is all touch buttons, and there's one right here, and I'm going to hit it. You can probably hear it kick in. You can see it's lit up now. Not sure why it's not focusing. It's being stupid. If you listen real close, you can hear the fans cranking up. I'm not sure how well it's going to come out on the audio, but it's the what they call turbo, and it basically kicks the CPU up another gig, and to compensate, it cranks all the fans up full blast. It does get a little noisy. I don't see where you're really going to use it in anything other than benchmarking. Excuse me. But it's a neat little feature to have. Oh, sure, now it focuses. So now you can see the touch buttons up there at the top of the keyboard. This one right here should fade out, and then the fan should cool back down. During benchmark testing, I never got above 70 degrees. My desktop running the same tests was pushing 90, so you give you some idea of how well the cooling setup is in this system. So my final thoughts, I managed to get some gaming in. Everything's working above what I expected. I had one game that had a few driver issues, but I think I got that sorted out now. One thing I did find is that the turbo was not functioning properly during my tests. I'm not sure if that was something that I have set up incorrectly right now. I'm going to have to look into that more. But I was actually finding lower scores on the benchmarks with the turbo on. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. This last weekend was the Open Defiance beta, and I ran Defiance for 8 hours or more without any problems on the system, without any heat issues. So very impressed. Got decent frame rates the whole time with everything maxed up as high as it'll go. All in all, I'm very impressed with the system. Still need to tweak a few things. I mean, it did just come out of the box, so it's going to take a little bit to get all the settings where I want them. But XoticPC is a great company. They worked with me a lot to build the system. It did have a small issue with communications after placing my order, but before it was shipped during the assembly period. And they told me it was going to be 5 to 16 days, I think it was, and it ended up being 20-some. Kind of disappointing, but in the end, everything worked out good, so I would recommend them. They've been helpful even afterward. After I've got it, I had a couple issues finding a driver here or there, and they pointed me in the right direction. But yeah, I'm very happy overall, and can't wait to actually put this thing through some die-hard trials.